What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 34 of the Art Meets Culture podcast. I am your host, Ade Sanusi, and today's guest is a special guest. We have none other than BVL Designs. I don't even want to compare him to anybody else. He's someone who is in his own lane and he's just doing sick things. And it's great to have a Nigerian representative out there. Obviously we got Ghana's own Virgil, but I see this guy being that, maybe even bigger, but I know God's gonna bless him accordingly. But yeah, BVL Designs, an amazing guy. Has worked with the likes of Microsoft, Lab Bible, EA, Size, Reebok, Converse, New Era, just to name a few. And I know he's doing something secretive now, which we did reveal on the podcast, so definitely be sure to listen to that, and congratulate him on it. It's something, he's working with someone who I mess with on a high level in the UFC. So it's sick. But yeah, before we get into the whole entire podcast, I want to, go through a couple things that we dropped most recently. So one, Reels of the Day. That's something special that I've been working on for a minute now. Before we were doing reposts on art, we were focused on our events and getting that content out, getting the photography out, showing love to the photographers on that front. But obviously pandemic hits, we have to just readjust our plans. So, we wanted to start sharing artists that we wanted to show love to, who, took time with their skills and how they built certain pieces. We were just intrigued. So you saw a lot of the reposts of art. Now we're in the real game, and I love that word, double entendre. We're in the real game, and people are now showing their process of how they do things, and we wanted to show love to the process. I'm a massive lover of people who are showcasing their behind the scenes stuff on how they do things, whether it's in art, music, fashion, anything like that. I love the behind the scenes work, and Reels give you that opportunity for that, to tell your story through 30-second clips. So we wanted to highlight that. So that's been going well, getting a lot of love, a lot of responses from that, getting a lot of appreciation from it also. Thank you to all who have supported that. What else? We have done the art review recap. So the art review is our YouTube show that we do, where we review all art on there. So we review about 10 pieces. I give the best descriptions possible for each one. And yeah, I just had a few conversations with people. They said, you're going to do something for Instagram on that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to figure out how I can make this into a quicker form for you to kind of see what and who is selected. It's not as descriptive as the art review. So, it gives you an opportunity to see who we highlighted, and then you can go check out what we said on that. So yeah, it's definitely something that I've enjoyed, and, we're getting great responses from that as well. Shout out to all the artists who've been on it as well, the past 6 episodes of the art review. Each day up until Sunday, we'll be dropping a recap of the past YouTube shows. So Sunday, you'll get the last recap for episode 6, and then we're going to literally be straight into episode 7. So definitely check that out once that drops, and show some love to all the art review recaps that are dropping in. And is there anything else that needs to be said? Nothing else really. Everything's still close to the chest. We're just dropping stuff. We're just going to be dropping stuff. So we're just looking to surprise the people and, make things dope. Before we get into the podcast, I feel like I do need to say something, but I cannot remember for the life of me. And this is why I like to do these intros quite organically and not recorded with heavy notes or anything like that, so you can hear the real. But yeah, also shout out to all the new followers that have followed us on our Instagram page. Special shout out to all you lot. Please tag us in your art pieces, so they can be shared, can be reviewed. Also, if you're listening to this podcast for the first time, subscribe to our SoundCloud, iTunes, and Spotify. We're on all those platforms, so definitely check us out on there. Show some love to BVL Designs as well. So at him, let him know what you think of the podcast as well. send some love to these people who've been on the past podcast as well, man. It's always great that, you know, we're sharing our stories, sharing our passions all around. So yeah, it's an amazing feeling. Also, shout out to my missus. She got me a cause book, a book that I've been wanting for a while. So shout outs to her. I know she's listening. Shout outs to her. And she got me this cause notebook as well. So she knows me, and, you know, Cause is one of my favorite artists, you know, and I appreciate her. Love her so much for investing into my visions and my dreams. So I appreciate you, baby. And I think that is that. So I already told you to first of all follow us all on iTunes. I usually end with that, but also be sure to follow us on socials. Instagram, Art Meets Culture, A Meets Culture, which is on Twitter, and follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel, Art Meets Culture, as well, man. This episode is going to be a vibe, and you know how when I talk to an artist for the first time and I catch that vibe, it just flows from there. But yeah, next week we'll be back with more episodes. Next week is going to be another episode, art review, the art review recap. I got a lot of art sort of titles, and that's like a hint of stuff that's coming out. But yeah, again, I appreciate you all for supporting. Without further ado, you know, BVL Designs is a top guy. He definitely puts his money where his art is. Let's go. Let's get into it. Welcome, man. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me. Very excited.
Oh, good, man. Yeah, I've been a fan of you, man. I've been seeing what you're doing. The aesthetics are sick. So, you know, and I want the people to know about this guy, man, and the vibe that he's got. So yeah, tell the people who you are and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Ola Akinlade, and I run a design business called BVL Designs. That's the short version, I guess, but we'll find out a little bit more about the business, I guess, during this podcast.
Yeah, we got time to, you know, talk about it all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's rare that, obviously, this podcast, we talk to straight artists, but artists who then turn into that design element, which I'm a massive fan of, you know, being fans of like Daniel Arsham and stuff like that.
Oh, come on, man.
You know, of course, we can dive in and see what he's done for the culture and everything like that. So yeah, I mean, why art? Like, why did you kick off with art in the first place? You know, and I'm well, not assuming, I know you're Nigerian, so because I can know by name. So like, you know, even us being Nigerian, getting into the creative culture is not
easy, especially with Nigerian parents as well.
Yeah. So how did you get into that? And, you know, what was that like in the household? You know, that my son is going to be an artist, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's been an interesting one. So I actually started my art career last year in March.
Wow,
in lockdown.
serious?
So yeah, that was the first time I started. That was when I first decided to attempt painting. I'd dabbled in like illustrations or like line art.
Yeah.
So my relationship with art probably started as a kid growing up in terms of like cultural. I watched a lot of like YouTube videos, a lot of docs way back in the day, was in the forums. That was like my kind of thing.
Yeah.
But art was more just a therapeutic thing. So in terms of like academic career, I actually went, well, like I mentioned before with Nigerian parents, I was forced into medicine or law and managed to strong them into like economics and business.
Yeah.
And then a year and a half into the whole business life and professional cult thing, it was just something that didn't sit with me.
Yeah.
And ever since then, that's where the art has come, and boy oh boy, I do not regret it, man. I love it, man. I love it every day since.
Nah, that's beautiful, man. And I'm sure like during your time in, you know, doing that whole business thing, there were inspirations. Like, who were the ones that triggered you to get back into it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the two core ones would be Archam and Virgil, who may not be necessarily like artists per se. I think what they managed to do was like reinvigorate this excitement for me. And then just seeing how they managed to like break barriers within the market. I don't know, like if you've seen over the past like 2 years, art is like penetrating like fashion, sport, all these different areas. And that for me was the exciting part. I was like, wow, you know what? Hey, let's give this a go, but let's see what happens, because I love all of it. So those were the two core people that like managed to tip me over the edge, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm a crazy fan of Daniel Arsham. I think I at least mention him once every podcast.
You have to, man.
So it's just like, it's just the stuff that he does, and it's like people can see it as, oh, it's just simple, but when you know the time, especially with the DeLorean, the decaying DeLorean and stuff like that, you're just like, one, it's my childhood because I love Back to the Future.
Yeah.
And two, it's just what he did with it. Do you know what I mean? So those things, it's like, I'm always intrigued, you know, and now, you know, he's getting into the fashion side of things.
He's also in sports. So I think he's the creative director for one of the basketball teams. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, Archam's a really, really, really interesting one, actually, that you mentioned it. Because I think with Archam, it's like, and I think the thing that I got most with him was you can really tell his vision or his aesthetic, regardless of what piece you see.
Yeah.
It's all interrelated with his artwork. It's these like frozen in time capsules. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just thought, like, bro, have you seen like his apartment and his studio, everything about it? I'm just
that
like,
whole snarkitecture movement.
Oh,
I'm like, if I was telling my brother the other day, it's like, I know one day I want to have a gallery.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have it be built by him. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, but it's like you would want a normal gallery, same walls, but it's just like, no, you want people to come in there and feel the experience. Because not only does he create the art pieces, that whole, I think because he done the Ronnie Feig store, the Kith store in New York.
Yeah.
So it's just like stuff like that just, you know.
I know what you mean. It's like, it's like, it takes it to another dimension. It's kind of similar to like, I don't know if you recently saw the new LV fashion show, bro. Yeah. Like, oh my. I had to watch it. A couple of times over because a friend of mine, Nigel, so his tag is Sun and Guru. We had a similar journey, and he now works a lot with LV. So he does a lot of work with Virgil directly.
Amazing.
So it's like, for me now, I spend a lot of time, like, they have like these fashion journals whenever they finish the shows where you can read a little bit more about like what each of the pieces mean. And then he gets the extra depth, and I'm just like, it's that extra level that is like, I just think it's magnificent, bro. Honestly.
No, it's great. It's sick. And I think fashion shows are now turning into like moving art shows. You know what I mean? It's like you just get to appreciate everything. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, before I didn't understand what the fashion shows
That's
were.
exactly it. Yeah.
I used to see people walking down. I'm like, oh, okay, there's walking down.
And it wasn't really for us either. Like, you seen it and I'm like, ugh, what's all this?
Now because I see details, and I think, what did I watch? What is this show on Netflix called? For the life of me, I'm sure someone will remember it, but basically it was about 15 contestants, and they were designing each, that they'll be like, oh, it's streetwear today, and then they'll do a custom. Once I find the show, I'm gonna send it to you. It's amazing. I need to check it out. I need to check it out. They had for the life of me, I forgot his name. Basically, big designers will come in and say, oh, I'm gonna judge your work. They'll do stuff about suits, tailored wear, streetwear, you know, build your own design. And it was just so on point. I was just like, they really care about this fabric. It's like, this fabric, they have to have this fabric or this whole thing is not going to work. So those are the things that I started to appreciate things more. And now that I've just looked into streetwear even more and just understanding where it came from, why they do X, Y, Z. A lot of people will just look at it as, oh, it's just clothes. But this, if you take it from an art perspective, this is art to them. Do you know what I mean? So they have to do certain things.
Yeah, I'd even argue that like that kind of thinking has been accelerated or propelled because of the lockdown. And we were seeing a trend anyway. I know we're talking a little bit more fashion here, but it is what it is.
It's all up.
It is what it is. So yeah, you tended to see that people started appreciating quality more. So like the whole fast fashion thing where there's no substance to it. Like it's cheap and stuff. We didn't have anything. And a lot of my friends, so luckily we make garments, we make everything. So we take pride in that. And I think people are now resonating with it. Like for me, the big one was, I don't know if you've heard about Cole Buxton. They're two guys down south. They've just recently opened their first shop. They were Northerners.
In the pandemic. That's sick.
Brother, as in they were Northerners, they started their own brand, this aesthetic, everything about it's a bit higher premium price, but to see their growth is crazy, man. It's crazy.
No,
it's
that's
crazy.
amazing. And you know, your brand, man, BVL Designs, like, what was the birth of this? Do you know what I mean? Was it during the time when you just said, sod the course, sod the education, and sod the job, let me start something that I'm passionately love?
Yeah, I mean, the BVL Designs, yeah. Well, I mean, fully established August last year, technically. That's when it was like signed.
Why does it feel like you've been in this game for years? I
know it's honestly, I thank God. And I don't know. With my marketing background, I spent a lot of time as a consultant. So a lot of my job was essentially, I was a strategist. So I spent a lot of time, and I've got a lot of experience in a lot of different other fields. And I tended to make it a bit more creative. So that's where the business side kind of came in with the creative side.
Yeah.
And then BVL, the first half was just understanding myself. I spent a lot of time, like when I was at university, just working. So I never had the chance to, and then my parents were putting a lot of pressure on me. Like, I remember finishing uni and I had to get a job the next day. So I didn't have like a, what do I want to do? Who am I type of thing. So that was my exploration. But I'm like, I don't know, once I've got like a bit of a photographic memory, but since I've been doing art now, I didn't realize, like, brother, it's terrifying. Like, imagine like Photoshop.
Yeah.
With all the different layers and all the different, I could just see that in my head and just start moving things around. Yeah. So yeah, got established, and then, brother, I remember getting a knock in my emails because EA hit me up, I think in like 2 months into it.
See these mad things that just happen. You know what I mean? And it's glory to God as well. Just like, look, I've been trying to steer you this way for a while. I'm holding all this back until you make the decision. You know, and it's something similar that's happening with me now that I've just fully committed to everything. So I definitely get it. But what was that email from EA like? Was it just, we saw your Instagram, or how was it?
Yeah, so look, I have a few friends at university who, because with business and stuff, so they end up like building a network and stuff. So I think they seen me, and then one of them put me in touch. So it was still the quality of the work that did the speaking. But yeah, that was, the whole process is crazy. And I think the thing I find most exciting is a lot of, I don't know, a lot of my friends who do art or in the art world sometimes struggle to like generate enough money to be able to just like live off of it and stuff without selling out like too commercial.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that I was a bit apprehensive about. So it was more just to do with like the relationships and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Being there, doing it was for Volta, so it was like they had a new mode on the FIFA. Ian Wright was there. Yeah, designing and stuff. And it was.
I saw that picture on your Instagram,
bro. That was a wake up call for me. It was like, wow, this is real. You know what I'm saying? And to have that on like 2 months in was fucking beautiful, man. Honestly,
that's sick, man. And it's always like good to be in those situations, and you know, you're in front of Ian Wright, even though he plays for the we don't like, you know, so we don't want to make this into a football podcast, but no, it's amazing. And you know, you've worked with some sick brands, Lad Bible, Size, Reebok, Converse, and stuff like that. Like, what was your favorite one? Which project was like the one that you'd be like, wow, like, I'm actually kind of here now. Do you know what I mean? You know?
All right, then follow me on Instagram, you know. So I'm grateful to everybody personally. I think
no beef. Don't mess up.
There's never any beef. Like we're all cool. I'd probably say my favorite one today, outside of the Lad Bible Microsoft collab, because that was just crazy. In terms of like actual design, the Converse one, so my most recent one. And that's ongoing, so that's really beautiful. They've got Size have got this relationship with Converse, and they've got a Converse Creator Series.
Sick.
And it's actually a really funny story because at the end of the day, like, I'm doing art, but now that it's turned into a business, I'm not going to say anything like Arsham or any of those guys, but in terms of the structure, I sit like on both sides. So like I want to take as many collabs and commissions as possible, but at the end of the day, you got to put the lights on, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I think with the Converse, when I ended up, sounds so dumb. I won't say turn it down. I just said I couldn't do it. I was like, look, I've got to go see my sister. I can't do it.
Yeah.
They give me an extension, bro, because they only pick 6 people in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have a chance, check it out on the Instagram. It was crazy. I made it up. I designed it on the flight back from the UK and back from Dubai because my sister lives there. I'm not on any influencer thing before anybody says anything like that, guys. My younger sister lives there and I had to go visit her for Christmas.
Don't worry, I wasn't doing up influencer.
I wasn't doing up anything like that. That ain't me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So designed a little bit of it. And what I like to do in all my collabs is be a kid again, bro. So like, leave a little bit of it to just see what happens on the day. So I can mock up as much as possible. And anyone that does art, you realize that nothing really ever goes to plan. You know what I'm saying? But I live in that. I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was 2 Converses, double paneled stitching. The laces I did with coffee, which was just hilarious. And it still smell of coffee today. But yeah, there's going to be some more stuff with Converse coming up.
No, that's big. I mean, it's always great when, you know, artists collab with brands.
Yeah.
I never like the collaborations that just feel a bit, oh yeah, you do your art thing on the side. You know what I mean? Which I see sometimes in a lot of events where they'll have someone just coloring in some logos or something like that. But when the brand understands, look, how far we can take it, let's collaborate these guys, because you don't know what you're birthing, you know, at the same time. One of these artists could be the next Arsham or Jerry Lorenzo, you know what I mean, or one of these dope guys, you know.
Bro,
what I mean?
And there are some amazing designers right now.
Yeah.
And like you have to, I think, especially with our generation as well, like you're expected to be like multifaceted, multi-skilled, multi-dimensional. Like working with one medium nowadays, unless you're like a savant or something within that medium, just doesn't sell it enough anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? So
sorry to cut you. Do you think
no worries.
Do you think it benefits artists to be about 10 different things? Because you know that whole jack of all trades thing always comes to mind, and he said, "I'm a jack of all trades and master of none." I mean, has that statement now been extinct?
Okay. Oh, that question alone here could be a whole podcast, because there was like 2 TED Talks about it. I think this is pretty cliche. Be you. And what I mean by that is, so for me personally, I've always been a jack of all trades. So I've always grown up watching YouTube videos and wanting to try everything.
Yeah.
But now I realize, like growing up, I like the jack of all trades because now I can do the whole business by myself. I can do the design. I can do this. I can do X, Y, Z. But then I realize that there's some areas that I prefer specialising in. There's also some artists that are good at one thing and they keep going in it. The only thing I'd say about people who decide to specialise is look at how many disruptions we've had in the past decade, and look at how many whole industries have just been made obsolete. And look at what's currently happening with like artists right now, like musicians and stuff. You have some like your Mr. Lanes, you know what I'm saying? He's done allegedly questionable things and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? The first lockdown, quarantine radio, like if you guys know what happened on the back end of that for him, that like, he's a jack, I won't say jack of all trades, but he's multifaceted, and it means that he's quicker to respond whenever there's issues. And I think also if you're working with companies, like I'm not scared to slightly tweak the brief a bit. If I know you might want me for one thing and I'm like, bro, my kit and my tech here, you guys ain't aware of it. So it's also our role as artists and designers to articulate like, yo, we can do this better, because they don't really know. You know what I'm saying? They want to know, but they don't always know. But there's a few companies now that are like just amazing. Like Size is one that I definitely recommend. They work with a lot of up and coming people, and they've got a lot of campaigns coming out as well. So be you, bro.
It's the total truth. And I was speaking to my mentor Didi yesterday, and it was just a thing where because I started off doing events.
Yeah, same here.
So doing events, and then working events, all of that. Then doing social media management. That led me to get clients for other things.
Yeah.
But then pandemic hits. Okay, events just stop. So what do? Again, start thinking, I'm gonna do YouTube. I'm gonna do podcasts. I'm gonna do this and do that. And I think that's just a testament to the creatives that we are.
Yeah.
But also it's the bravery of not thinking, are we trying to do too much?
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
I think put it say, I always have this thing where it says, do you realize we've been given so many free tools in the 80s, 90s? Imagine Michael Jackson could have uploaded Thriller to YouTube and stuff like that. Like, that's, to me, it's mad. Like, we can do all this by ourselves. YouTube ads, Google ads, all these things, but it's not making you feel like you're doing too much. It's like, it's what you're supposed to do. Do you know what I mean?
And I think, yeah, it touches on the point. So like, I say this with Nigel all the time, like, he now works with every artist you can under the sun. Yeah, this guy's worked for and stuff. But with me and him, we both just learned off YouTube. Like, the internet, yeah, the plethora of information that you have at your fingertips, and all the tools and softwares that you're using nowadays, like, anyway, you probably can. I built my website, my first website, which I'm still using now. I think I built it in 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think if you want to specialize, be specialized, but just know that people around you are doing the most right now.
Yeah.
And it's there. So it's like, why not use it? It's freely accessible. You're just handicapping yourself by not.
No, it's the truth, because I kind of relate it to, I mean, if I relate it to UFC, you know, you got to have punching, judo, everything. You got
yeah.
Or it's like, I mean, you got a specialist like Khabib who's just a wrestling specialist. No one's beating him. But once you have a style bender, Adesanya, who's
funny about him, actually. I'm doing a design for him this month.
Mad. Listen, tell him I'm a fan, man. I'm just a fan about.
Do you like watching anime?
I watch some anime, not all, but it's like he's starting to, even what he's doing in the ring, he's talking about all these anime.
Bro, he's just
Death Note, I've been checking out. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, this guy is just,
he's such a character, bro.
He's a character, and he's just mad. But I mean, do you want to share what you're designing for him, or is it secret?
Nah, man, it's all cool. I mean, I put a couple, so I like now, as long as there's not like any NDAs or anything related to it.
Yeah.
I like sharing it with my followers, like, because I'm pretty good with Photoshop now. I make a lot of mock-ups and I let them do polls so they can decide between like colorways and stuff.
That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, the Adesanya design, they've asked me to design a pair of shoes for him. They gave me all the freedom. He signed to Puma, so it had to be a Puma shoe. So he is a big Naruto fan. And I found out that a kid did a customization for him one time, which were in a Katsuki Puma. So for me, I'm not going to go too much into the anime stuff because I don't know if anybody else watches it. But for people that do watch anime, I decided to go for a Puma RS2K. It's a Porsche Legacy shoe. Sick. It is beautiful. It's on my gram now. And so what I've done is I've redesigned the colorway. And then within the shoe, it's designed around a character called Might Guy. He's a taijutsu fighter. And he doesn't have chakra, which is like the energy that they use and stuff. Yeah. And he has 8 inner gates. So I've got like a kanji monogram with all the different gates inside of there. I've got the manga hand drawn inside the shoe and then some pretty cool design packaging. So you'll see that at the end of the month.
That's good. Is that before his fight? He's fighting soon, isn't it?
Yeah, he's fighting soon. I mean, I had the thing come in like in December, bro. But with companies, sometimes the back and forth can take time. Yeah. But now it's a present. It's a present,
He has to, imagine he wears that into the ring.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, like the fact that he's just got the shoes, like when I get videos of the people with the shoes, like the Jamie Oliver one, I was like, bro, man, it doesn't even feel real. Do you know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
You're thinking it's like these people are out of reach, but it's just like, no, they're just like one step away. Like I haven't had that celeb collaboration moment just yet, but when it happens, it's gonna be one of those ones. It's like me, like
that's
me. Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly it. Like some days you're still getting imposter syndrome because you're like, there's no like criteria. It's all subjective, but it's nice to know that someone within like their level appreciates it, because it just gives you that extra boost of confidence to be like, you can really do it. And it's also nice, I think, for an artist, what I love is, even I think what made me good with like the consulting is I'm interested in you as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to have a chat with, I don't know, like a celebrity, and then they're telling you, yeah, mate, I love Princess Leia, like the old school Star Wars. And I'm looking at you like, yo, you? Like, I never knew that about you. For me is the biggest thing.
That's amazing when you find out. easy common ground where it's just like, it's not awkward. It's just like,
Nah.
we could have been friends 10 years ago and talked
Bro,
about
but that
this
is
stuff,
literally
you know
it. Like, I'm like, yo, you're a cool guy, you know, like you're
you know?
sick.
And then, and then you just end up being in places, oh, my man's cool, like, oh yeah, he's calm, you know what I mean?
Oh, for real, man. And that's why I'm excited when you can like freely move. So there's a few other customizers right now who brands and people have been like interested. I think because you're bringing like the brand. My slogan is creating wearable art. So I know we've spoken a lot about shoes, but over the past month, I've actually started going into like full-blown garment design.
Yeah, I've been seeing that, man.
Yeah. So I do like the canvases and then stitch them on, and then I've actually got my own art pieces that are going to be coming out soon, which is very, very exciting, man.
Massive plug.
Yo, I'm just letting people know because I like to. I think it's beautiful now that there's a bit more of a dialogue and a bit more of a community coming about. So whenever people can share, man, just let each other know.
That's good, man. That's good. I mean, I'm gonna ask a question on a different perspective.
Okay.
To people who probably will think this is just pure luck because he's just like, oh, well, he just started last year, August, and now he's got all this. This is just luck of the draw, innit? Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, what would you say to that? Do you know what I mean? Like if someone said, oh, you just got lucky.
I mean, you could argue that. Definitely, you could argue that I've got lucky. Like, I praise God every day, you know what I'm saying? I look at it more as grace. Because I think what people don't realize a lot of the time is that just because you've been given an inquiry, there's still multiple stages for it to be finished. So like most brands will contact multiple designers where you then have to send a design brief over and then it gets approved and then you have to finish it. And I guess I would argue that you could have said luck if it was one or two times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if something happens consistently and consecutively, then you might have to start looking a bit deeper in and asking why. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And brother, I'm telling you, I'm not the one to blow my brother. We work hard. I do. I work. You through my Instagram.
No, but listen, the craft is insane because it's funny. Like you told me you started in August, but I started in March. So, but the business got established in August. Yeah. Like even last year alone, even after the year we've had. So it started all these opportunities are coming. I look at your Instagram and think, and maybe it's because I've got my designer art head at all times when I'm on Instagram looking at aesthetics. I'm thinking this guy must be like seasoned. You know what I mean? But it shows you have great vision at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Because when you look at that, I'm thinking this guy's 10 years in or something. You know, I think your marketing eye is doing a good job, you know, through the aesthetics that you're presenting on Instagram.
No, thank you.
You know?
I mean, there's also the website, you know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people, while a lot of the stuff started off on Instagram, that's how I really wanted it to. So let me rephrase it. I guess we had a bit of a plan, if that makes sense. So like I mentioned before, I was a strategist. So I tend to build a lot of scenarios. And the reason that I left when I did leave is just because at work, I was seeing the feedback from like my recommendations and insights and the results were really good. So I was like, well, I can test my own things now, basically. And I've got a foundation or a group called ASAP Featuring Goop, which stands for Always Strive and Prosper for the Good of Our People. So this came about in BLM. And we've been working together for probably like over 5 years now. Because I've had like food blogs, I've worked in events, so I've done creative stuff for like bigger people. So like Taste Card, Hellman's, all that kind of stuff. So I've had experience.
So you were a corporate at that time?
Nah, bro, all these were just things that I made on Instagram. Like the food blog started because I wanted to just try all the restaurants in my city and I got frustrated with people asking me all the time where it was. And then I saw what other people are doing from within the market, like food blog wise. But then I was like, this is also boring and bland. It's the same. So I guess what I tend to do is, and this is something that I've always had as a kid. I'm a very curious person. And if I don't like something, I will sit there for 20 hours, 2 days to showcase like, this is a better idea. You might not want to use it, but this is a better idea. You know what I'm saying?
It's great that thing is, and I mean, because I do what you've just said when I'm talking to people about their ideas, and I'll try and present them, oh no, try this one. But I see it comes across like oh, you're criticizing me. Do you know what I mean? But it's just trying to tell them.
The truth is the truth, man. You're asking
level,
my advice.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them on a different creative level.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think, you seeing things on a different creative level is definitely spot on, because you can essentially see beyond the meat of the body and just see the skeleton of it all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And we have a group of people like we have like within ASAP, I think the core ones, and there's a little highlight called Gang where I've been documenting all of this because we all started from, well, I'd say from nothing essentially. We had ideas and we've been challenging these ideas back and forth for so long now. And then like, it was just how quickly both of them happened. Like Virgil hit my boy up on Instagram, and then I got hit up by all these people. And then the next month we'd be like, because it was like word of mouth. So some of the work I'd get was like, I had a few corporate clients, you know what I'm saying? So like, I've had like, just some very, very big people, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I'm too scared to say. But I did some work for them in private, and then they had like a celebrity friend, and he's like, I want to get this present. Can you whip up a portfolio? So like, if I didn't have anything, I'd very, very quickly do it. So if I wasn't proficient in something, I'd lock in and have to.
No, that's sick. And it's quite scary that you didn't say the company name. Usually when people say that, it's like, who are they? Do you know?
Yeah. I'm still newer to the game. I don't know.
But you're very aware. Now that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Who or what is your dream collaboration for yourself? Do you know what I mean? Because you've collaborated like, again, with like some dope brands, some dope people. Like who is the dream collaboration person and the dream collaboration brand?
Wow. I mean, the person we've mentioned their name. So
okay.
I think, you know what it is? It's even if it was just recognized. So I know somebody that was a strategist for Snarkitecture. There was another person that just found me through IG, and now we've built a very, very good relationship. And like, when you just find out more about it and stuff like that, I think any of the designers in America, I think the same way it's happened with music where artists are being recognized over there. If someone like Arsham ever saw any of my work, I would just, honestly, I'd just die. I'd die, I can't lie. In terms of brand, okay, there's a reason why I say this brand, okay? So a dream brand collaboration would be Nike.
Okay.
The reason I say Nike is just because Nike is like the only brand that just almost doesn't even, it just almost ignores all the creative things. It knows, it's like Nike is just this like black box. And they have done collaborations in the past and stuff, and they do from time to time. So I think to ever just get a knock on the door from Nike, especially when that is the bulk of the shoes that I do, because there've been people in the past that, like, Mini Swoosh, I don't know if you've heard of her.
Yeah.
Mini Swoosh, yeah, like, brother, I remember when, like 2-3 years ago when she kickstarted it, bro, like, she really did things, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was, even till today, like, she does a table, she does all this, she's doing the running stuff. And I'm just like, damn, one time, just get me to do one thing, because the designs I do for them are crazy, bro.
No, that's massive. And listen, I think Nike's a spot on brand. And, it's a dream of mine to do something with Nike one day, just in terms of what they've done for, again, their athletes. And it's just, they have great storytelling elements to them, where it's just like, you could actually document my story quite well. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, I mean, but then one of my favorite designers, Jerry Lorenzo, has gone off to
Adidas.
So it's just I want to work with Adidas now, because they're starting to do some dope things as well. But Nike's definitely up there as a brand. 2020.
Yes.
It sounded like it was great for you, despite what happened, you know what I mean? But how did you adjust throughout that pandemic? You know what I mean? With lockdowns, can't travel here, all of that.
2020, man, 2020. Personally, in terms of adjustment, my phone broke 2 days into 2020, into the lockdown.
Oh
and
man.
I couldn't get a replacement for like 3 months. So there was a point where for 2 weeks I was dead to the earth.
Wow.
So that was a fast adjustment, and that was great. I can't lie to you.
How'd you communicate with people? Emails?
Bro, I said I couldn't communicate. My parents couldn't contact me or anything. If I walked outside of my house, until I come back, you just don't know where I am.
I'm even thinking it's like, but bro, there was no internet cafe or anything that was open that you could have done something.
I couldn't, I tried contact, because you're forgetting in the first pandemic, companies didn't have like a customer service in place to resolve things. So I couldn't get it because they couldn't get a credit card checker to approve things. And I was like, what is going on? So yeah, that was crazy. But other than that, I think it's brought out my introverted side more. Like, I can't lie, I went on a lot of walks during the first couple of lockdowns, and I've just enjoyed being inside more and saving money. But I do miss the social element of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you had a business over 2020, then it's kind of like a cheat code, because businesses get accepted to do particular things. So I was still I won't say I was freely moving. I was moving between studios and stuff.
Yeah.
With other people. So I didn't really get sad, you know what I'm saying? Which was good, because otherwise it could have been challenging with the long hours.
Yeah. That's the truth, man. And you got creative, man. And you found your spots.
Hasn't stopped since. I haven't stopped painting I think I've stopped for 2 days since I started.
And no, that's sick. So 2021, we're here now. And well, Lord knows what the rules are going to be in the next coming month. I think a lot of us predicted that we will be out by October at least, but here we are, February within it again. What's 2021 looking like for you?
I mean, I got a viewing for a studio tomorrow, which is very exciting. I mean, when are we going to be able to go outside? That's a big thing. That's a big thing right now. A lot of stuff is in the back burner because of that. I think I probably had almost a decade of experience now as an event. I've run a lot of nightclubs, and I've also done dabbled in international events.
Yeah.
So where you take people abroad and stuff. So for me, I really love being around that kind of atmosphere, and because I like making capsules. I can really make some really.
Just thinking, I think I need to ask him about about capsule collection of some.
Yeah. So I like making bespoke things. So now I'll make I'll tell a story with it. So I'll tell a story of 6 pieces, and I'll challenge myself. So initially I did my first capsule was just a quarantine creation, where I just got bored and I was like, let me just make my own graffiti stencils and see what happens. Yeah. And that was kind of popular. I think I made 6 things, so it's nothing grandiose. But within 3 minutes, 4 out of the 6 had already sold, and I was like, what the hell, which is crazy. So now I'm working on flannels. I've got a denim capsule as well, and a leather capsule. And with each of them I work, because whenever I release my capsules, I'll work with mediums that I'm not proficient in. And the pressure works to my favor. So I like the pressure song, because I think if you can condition yourself like that, majority of times when you're working for brands and companies, which is a big thing for me, you're always going to be working under pressure. And I always want to try and uphold a level of quality. You know what I'm saying? So I pride myself in designing clean customs. So now when we go into these different mediums, so for example, with the leather jackets, the capsule is around Pop Smoke. So I've got some Dior leathers from the different capsules. I'm going to be patching them within the leathers and then spray painting it. I'm going to share that live. So yeah, a lot of different mediums and a lot of different things. And then hopefully by the end of the year, we should be fully settled by then.
Fingers crossed. I'm praying to the heavens because of that.
Hopefully summertime, bro. I don't know if you're going Afro Nation or what's the other one that's 2 weeks before, Rolling Loud. I don't know if you booked any of them.
I've my brother, he shout out to my bro. He films mosh pits.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So he was doing it for 2 years, filming mosh pits. And then Rolling Loud put out who's got the best mosh pit videos.
Yeah.
And people were because it's called 175 TV. It was 175 TV, 175 TV, or the Cali lot. And then literally they pay for him to go out there. It's insane.
Yo, he is living the dream,
So
bro.
he was there figures he was there like 2 years ago. And he phoned me. He was like Rolling Loud. He's like, yeah, they gave me like backstage passes. I said, did you film anybody? Because no, I just saw Meek, Meg Thee Stallion, all them. I said, bro, come on, man, what are we doing here? But it's like all those festivals, like, you know, he's looking to get back and stuff like that. But yeah, Rolling Loud was one festival I wanted to come.
Because they're in Portugal now. They've moved it to Portugal.
Yeah,
they're using the same site. They're using the same site. So yeah, that I'm looking forward to. And then, like I mentioned before, with a few of the brands, they've got like exhibition and events and stuff.
Yeah.
And now that, because I used to go to creative stuff. So like a lot of my friends are like, I used to go to London like probably like every 2 weeks, every month. A lot of my friends work in the creative industry. So I remember like, I think the G check for myself, actually, this is kind of crazy, was my old housemate, her boyfriend at the time, they were dating. He was Tyler, the Creator's merchandising manager. So I remember she went to
a lot of dope people, you know.
Bro, honestly, I thank God, you know what I'm saying? But none of it doesn't, you don't realize until like you stitch it all together, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got some cool friends. Shout out to my friends.
Shout them out.
And so she went to London, she hit me up, she was like, yo, you want to come to Tyler's show? We'll get you a ticket. So I bring my boy with me. And then like we go now and I'm seeing the PAQ boys there. So I remember seeing Elias and I seen Shaq. Yeah. And then I saw all these creators because we've got like this like VIP place thingy. And talking to them. And I wanted to, because I watched all the PAQ and I wanted to talk to them as if I'm like a designer or a creator or how I envisioned myself in my head. But I couldn't. Do you know what I'm saying? And that biting in my tongue, it just made me feel a type of way. I was like, oh, what? Like, I'm not who I want to see myself being, you know what I'm saying? And being a professional service is cool and stuff, but it wasn't me. So I'm looking forward to now going back to events like that and, you know, being able to bounce ideas with people and working with people that like I've been watching on TV and stuff or YouTube. Hopefully, you know, they can hit man up or whatever.
I seen that you're doing YouTube as well.
I mean,
well, we started.
But honestly, like video editing is very long. It takes a long time.
I love video editing. Funny.
Really?
It's a weird thing. I just love stitching everything together and just trying different transitions. But I think like what you're doing on YouTube, massive market. Like I binge watch so many of these streetwear shows. I'm just like, and I'm not paying XYZ for them trainers, but
exactly.
But I can see that because even someone did an unboxing of Beyonce's latest shoe.
Okay.
But it was in ice. So she delivered it to, when you see it, it's mad. She delivered it to the influencers or the sneaker unboxers, but they had to wait till it was melted because it was in the shoes.
I might have seen something.
Check it out. Definitely check out Beyonce sneaker
unboxing. Yeah.
Like it's mad. What's his name? Lil Yachty had one, but he smashed his. He just smashed the ice. He just got this trailer. He's like, I ain't waiting for this to melt. So he smashed it. But like, the whole YouTube scene for like streetwear culture is just insane. And again, there's so many stories that I didn't know about, your Jerry Lorenzos and all these things and behind the designer. Do you know what I mean? I'm at the beginning stages of your career. When you do massive things, someone's going to quote this whole podcast. It's like, it's just beautiful all around. You know, I think definitely that's something you should, you know, document, you know, more of your process and everything.
Bro, I mean, I've got my phone, I document. Let me see how many photos and videos I currently got on my phone. So I've got 35,000 right now. So I document it, It's just, so it's hard because, so like when I work with like a company or a brand, sometimes I'll send them like Medium and stuff like that. So now they'll be like, yo, send us a video of you like making it. And I don't like to do half-ass videos, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'll make a video for them, but then you're forgetting I'll have to plan the video, I'll have to paint the shoe, come up with the design. Over time, it takes some time. But like I said, this year, if anybody's listening and the videographers, I like working with people, Visually, I know how I want it to be laid out and I just don't have the time. So if anybody's interested in working on a couple projects, we've got some documentaries and stuff planned as well because, bro, I don't know if you know about, like there's a guy Made Black Studios, there's a few customizers who have been doing stuff for like 10 years, and I call him and I'm hearing, because for me, that's one thing I like to do. If I don't know anything, I'm trying to find somebody to talk to.
Yep,
so I'll call, and he's calling me, he's telling me he's doing something for Drake, then he's doing something for LeBron, and then he's telling me about like the history all, and like the forums that they have to do it all on, where they couldn't get materials and all of this. And I'm like, if our people knew about this,
they'll blow their mind.
Oh my God. I sit there and for like 2 hours, I'm just like, wait,
because sometimes it's like, even now you've mentioned LeBron, I'm in my head thinking, how the fuck did he even, how did that connection even make sense in this pandemic? Do you know what I mean?
Every design, every story behind it is insane. Like in my short time, one day, hopefully, as things keep going well, we'll be able to hopefully get a few people in like a panel or something and just to exchange stories, because
I got something coming. All right.
And
I'm definitely gonna have you on board.
Yeah.
I don't see or hear those stories often. Do you know what I mean? I've been to panels and it's like quite a few entrepreneurs, music heads, but I'm just like, where's the designer one?
There's no juice in it. There's no juice.
Yeah, it's just like, where the designer ones? I want to hear about that story on why this era inspired you.
Why? Because when people see stuff, you see the end result.
Yeah.
And you don't know if like some one person messed something up, or like a lot of the times in my designs, bro, like we will change the brief.
Yeah.
Like the deadline will change. Like, for example, EA, it was a ball, then it was a hat, and then I had like, brother, I've never done hats before. I'd never worked with Photoshop. I had like 3 hours to cook the Photoshop up together. And then I had to design like 12 hats to take to the studio. And everything behind that, speaking with Ian, him telling me all these stuff, and just the exchanges, I'm like, and then you times that by 10, and then you take 5 more people, and you're like, what is going on? Like, I didn't even know you knew this guy. Like, how did you even find this guy?
That's, again, bro, that's great energy to be around. And, that's why I'm even doing the podcast, because I'm just like, who can one, not only inspire me, and I want to connect to them on major projects, but also inspire others. Because again, people don't know, do you know what I mean? They just assume, do you know what I mean? Obviously we got Clubhouse now, where everyone's talking.
What do you think about Clubhouse?
You know what? Yeah. All right. So initially,
have you been on it for a while? How long have you been on it?
Since like November.
Yeah, like early on. Yeah. It was hot then. It was nice.
Yeah, it was cool there. So you get on it, and it's just rooms full of, I'm just saying arguments, this and that. I'm like, yo, how is this even productive, bro? Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I've now found specific art ones, and those are the only ones I pay attention to. But what I'm finding now is just people claiming that they're high-level experts.
Thank you.
And I'm just like, I'm listening, but I'm like,
it's like a sales pitch. It's like everyone's just doing sales pitches.
Everyone's just selling themselves.
Like
and that's like, I've been like in rooms, been a moderator. And for me, it's just, I like hearing people's stories.
Dialogue, that's it,
like
man.
True dialogue. I don't want to try and sell you. I didn't want to sell you art meets culture.
Nothing. Yeah.
Say, oh, I'm doing this. I'm like, look, this is my story. Come on board the journey. See the progression. I'll support you. You support me. But it's just like everybody's trying to sell something and convince people of their ideas, their opinions, and stuff like that. Like I was in one a while back, and it was not my Fred Hampton. So Americans, there's this group called ADOS Society. They're called the American Descendants of Slaves.
Okay.
Their issue was, they didn't want any Black British actors playing their heroes.
Wow.
And I was like, British people kept coming on there and saying, we're all Black. Like, what is the issue? But I think for them, they were like, now Black foreigners are stealing our jobs. And I'm like,
what? How did we get here?
Listen, why?
We've got other problems to resolve.
Like, why are we in this world? Like, what is going on? So they were upset that Daniel Kaluuya came and he's playing Fred Hampton, which I 100% going to see. And because he was on an interview and they were complaining about the fact that he was like, oh, I studied people who sing, I don't know what to call them, singers in the opera house.
Okay.
He was studying how they would project their voice to fill the whole entire theater. And he felt like Fred Hampton's voice should fill an entire room. But they were saying, oh, how can he go and study the opera people to get Fred Hampton? I'm like, no, it's about the skill, which you don't understand. And then I told one of my friends that here's the issue. We can be in Top Boy, and we can be in The Wire. That's how good we are. We can't be in Top Boy. Do you know what I mean? No offense to the Americans.
I'm sorry, the TikTok, the accents, I don't know what they think is going on right there, but I'm like, it ain't it.
They cannot be in Top Boy, and that's testament to the skills of us Black Brits. If we are skilled enough to help you tell your stories effectively, I think you should be proud of that we even hit, like, the stories are being told. Do you know what I mean? Because we can have another slave movie if you want. You know what I mean? But if we're playing these powerful figures and it's done by skillful actors, I think people should just pay attention to the skill. But going back to Clubhouse, now I don't have the energy to because one, I've got too much going on now. It's like I'm not going to spend hours and hours and going all that. And then I've seen there's people now trying to sell courses on there. The forex traders, the people who are saying I can make you. This is the millionaire. And I'm like. Again, why would millionaires tell you their secret and how they become
six figures in blah blah blah, 6 figures? That's it. Everybody's making 6 figures.
You know what I mean?
Everywhere.
It's a lot, but again, I mean, I've had value in a lot. It's given me a couple of new podcast episodes to artists, so I'm thankful to that. But at the same time, I'm not here to sell anybody anything. If you think my shit is dope, it's dope. If not,
that's it.
You know, it goes further, but. Yeah, I'm hot and cold with Clubhouse. What about you?
Yeah. I think I share similar views. I was on it pretty early on as well, so I was on it when it was mainly like a lot of the just music artists. You know what I'm saying? But I loved the premise of being there. I remember sitting down till like 4 a.m. in rooms of like 21 Savage and all these guys. Because
that was the excitement, because you just like, same room. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're hearing them just talking and conversing, and I'm like, you're not what I thought you were gonna be. And I love how raw you're being right now. Yeah. Some of them arguably too raw. You know what I'm saying? Because the South Americans, I love all of you. I swear to God, I didn't even know. And it was also really good, like. Yeah, it was a point where it wasn't too many people. Like this is, I think it was back when it was the one invite thing, and it was still hard to try and grab one of those. I remember just like for the first week preaching about it. I still dabble on it. There's a few people that I managed to like build networks with, which was amazing. Yeah. Because I remember like a few of my boys that are artists, they managed to get radio plays because the celebs were really open to actually putting people on. Sick. Yeah. And then now I go on it now because I've got the like 4 invite. Every like Facebook group I'm in, people are commenting I need a Clubhouse invite and stuff like that. So
I got like 7. So
and literally I find myself just I'm on Basement. So on Basement I'm just like throwing the invites in there and stuff like that.
Basement's sick platform. Bro,
shout out to yo. I mean, I think it's hard to get in now. I think my boys have been waiting. I've been waiting for a while. Yeah, no, I think if you were on Basement like as a kid, then you're still in Basement right now. You know what I'm saying? That whole community, because that was before. That was like when the forum thing was happening back in like 2010, where streetwear was really happening on like Facebook groups and stuff. And shout out to the admins there, like still keeping stuff going there. You know, pushing.
No, that's sick, man.
And stuff. But yeah, just quickly back to Clubhouse. I think now it's just same with you. I think if you're busy, you're not susceptible to sitting there for like 5 hours to hear somebody.
Yeah, that's so long.
Yeah, it's a techie one. It's a techie one. I'm interested to see where it goes. Joe Budden speaks about it quite a lot.
Oh yeah, we hear him passionately speaking about that shit constantly. So, and I love Joe. You know what I mean? You know,
I love
and
Joe.
He's sick for that Patreon stuff as well, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I met. I'm looking to get him on the podcast as well. the guy, not Joe Biden. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm segueing mad right now. Segueing to Clubhouse, and who I was speaking to on there. It was the guy who is a designer called, I forgot his name, but he designed Meek Mill's album covers.
Okay.
So he was just like, yeah, he will come on the podcast. So I'm waiting for that to happen. So it's just mad. It's like, because the way he was talking is like, yeah, I designed for Meek. And I just DM'd him. Look, I said, look, I want to talk to you about your design work, because it's like people want to know how to get into that album cover design world and, you know, do some cool stuff. Because I even think like album covers, it's kind of a forgotten art now, because you don't even remember, like, even we hear all this music. Yeah. Do you remember what the covers are for?
Spotify playlists have killed, like, even
you know what I mean? It's like
names of songs. I'm just like, this is a banger. What's it called? I don't even know, bro.
You know, it's just like I was looking at Spotify and I'm like, wow, this album, this single cover is actually sick. And like, you don't see it because just hearing audio. And I think, you know, I think there needs to be appreciation to art, cover art as well. But that's just
I'm a big fan of the cover art. It's like a lot of my friends, what's it called? Collect vinyls.
I've been thinking about doing a vinyl collection.
It's going to be an expensive hobby.
I got to weigh that up with art collection. So it's like, which one do you want? And
I'd love to one day be able to start collecting art. That's where I'm gonna next 2-3 years.
I'm starting off with prints. So I'm doing prints first. So I'm gonna collect prints. So wherever I find prints.
Yeah.
Luckily, I speak to artists, so I'll tell them, look, I need that.
Don't worry, I've got some nice things coming. It's a nice little capsule.
No, that's good, because it's like all my walls that I got space.
I've got
some behind here as well, but some like original pieces that I've gotten over the years doing the shows. But like an art collection.
There's a 1 second. Let me just quickly check. There's a K-pop artist who has his Instagram has like.
Was he recently on Hypebeast?
Yeah. I think you watched
G-Dragon.
Bro,
my guy.
Bro, did you see his house? Bro, when they were like, oh, the pillows, the chessboard, you can't even auction it from here.
You watched the recent Hypebeast thing, the latest one. I think they're doing Tagged. It's called Tagged.
The different designer stuff on Instagram.
Yeah, bruv.
Hypebeast, yeah. If we get UK type Hypebeast, game over.
Listen, you see G-Dragon,
Yeah.
I saw everything and I was like, I need to make money, man.
Bro, like even the sofas, the polar bear chairs, and then I was just looking, I was like, they'll be saying how much it's going for. I'm never care about the price. I'm just thinking about how he walks in and he's actually used art installations as furniture. Yeah. Like the book shelving, the penis vase.
Mm-hmm. Listen, when I see mad guys like that just collect insane things, like, my missus will see, it's like, why do you like this stuff? I said, I don't know why my brain is just on that stuff. Like, when Pharrell started doing his madness years ago and just dropping stuff, the Bapes, the shoes, I knew it was a bootleg Air Force One.
Yeah.
But to me, I had to have it because it just do you know what I mean?
So hot. Yeah, as well. Kanye West was another big one there. Yep. Who else was there? ASAP Ferg, I don't know I think he's got a video because he's really into art. Like he's got the rugs and everything like that, which is crazy. Man, just seeing them. I think for me, if anybody, a lot of people who are into like art or anything culture related collect something. If it's brick bears, sunglasses, hats, or whatever. Yeah. You always have like your muse, like your little vice, that you might want to collect. And I found myself now, if I showed you my room, I've converted my room as my room looks like half Foot Locker now.
Listen, I need a new wardrobe. That's one. You just reminded me. Two, listen, the next home that I have has to have. I'm begging my missus to be like, it just needs to be a gallery.
God willing, bro. You need a little like
person, because it's like, I know she wants her big wardrobe and all her clothes, but for you get it to have like honestly, a bunch of bare bricks on in a row, the cause companion ones as well, like all of these things, and it's just like it's aesthetically beautiful to have.
Yeah, man.
Expensive, but
but you can, and now you've like there's a market for everything nowadays. Like one example was I think for me I want that, but I also want, I don't know if Terry Crews has a doc on YouTube somewhere where they go and check inside his house, and I didn't know that He does like animation. He does like
Really?
he's got his own design studio in his house, mate.
You
He's
see what they've
also
done to Terry
done.
Crews. I mean, I wish I knew that because they've just brutalized
Put
him.
him, yeah, exactly. Brother, he's made like patented like his own. He's got his own design patents for like furniture and stuff. So I'll find the link for you.
A whole Terry Crews.
A whole Terry Crews. Like he sits you into his office and he's got like the propped up screen that he draws on. He's got all these different designs. He's done some for like a few friends and stuff. And I was just looking all similar with like Dre and or people who have like their own studio in their house.
Yeah.
Like that for me to have like a house and then just because I don't see it as work. I don't think a lot of us see it as work. I see it as an escape.
Yeah.
Like, and to have that and then the collector stuff would just be crazy. But yeah, Terry Crews, you need to check out. He's actually really on the design, man.
Let me note this down now because I didn't know. Because to me, he's the guy from White Chicks doing his whole thing. Terry Crews.
Yeah, it's Architectural Digest YouTube.
Okay.
Inside Terry Crews LA Man Cave. You should definitely check it out. He's a very, very artsy guy.
I'll check him out. I was gonna ask you a question. Just being from Leeds and stuff like that. Before the pandemic, did you think you had to come London first? Or are you based in Leeds? Sorry, I asked you first.
Yeah, so I live in Leeds now.
Yeah, so did you think you needed to come to London that usual, or you got to come to London to make it? It's like
we didn't even do it because of that. Like there's been so many people that I know here who have tried things, and granted, some of them have been successful, but the kind of success that we aspire for is. There's a few people, like there's a cloth surgeon over here.
I remember going to his studio when one of my friends, he was getting a custom jacket.
Yeah.
Like, let me say, just follow me. And I just started to look at everything. I was like, yo, this guy's really about.
He's insane. Like he did his Coca-Cola caps. He's done stuff for like Dave and all those.
Yeah.
So there's a few underrated ones. And mine will always be like design, like because other people that I know. But because of that, there's just this reluctance to do anything up here. But now we're fighting to show people that you don't really need to be in London initially. I think we should build it up. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a community of people that work on good stuff. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you have to be critical and just be like, listen, man, if we wanted to be seen by this, we need to have some standard. So yeah, I did think we'd have to go to London, but it's not the case. I have to say though, I do travel back and forth between London. Like you can't not. It's just a creative hub, and it's a beautiful city, man. Like inspires you so much, man. And there's always so much going on. All the art galleries that I check out are over there. So I really miss that.
No, that's sick. And I mean, even talking about being from Leeds and doing it there and just making sure people know what we're here too. I think that's great because I always feel like if you're from Manchester and Birmingham or anything outside, the people really like back their own. Do you know what I mean? It's like even looking at the example like Bugsy Malone. I don't listen to him like
but
that.
But everyone backs him.
He is really king of the north.
Yeah.
Like,
trust me.
And it's like I see that people really back him. Do you know what I mean? And he's never been a one to be like, oh, I need to come London to do this.
Nah.
Like worked with his base, and it's great like that. London is Game of Thrones out here. It's like you come down here, you see the wall, you see the bodies on the floor, people who come and gone, but it's just it's very competitive. But to do it outside of that kind of gives you that space, but also the levels of what London is, so you have to step up and
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, bro, Leeds is my city, man. You know what I'm saying? And especially when a lot of us that are doing these artsy stuff. So it's been beautiful just to see how a handful of people doing things like there's a girl, Savvy Baker, who started like a bakery and stuff. And I think a lot of our friends saw people who were trying things, and because we were documenting it, now I have several meetings. So I have my friend who's a music manager, and he just put me on two of these drill artists here. And I can't lie to you, bro. Like I sat there and I was like, wow, talent, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just really excited to see what happens up north. We've started doing some stuff with people in Manchester now. Like at the end of the day, man, London's fantastic. Don't get it wrong. And I've got nothing against people in London. I love London. Like I used to live there before Leeds for a little bit. But now, man, like we're just trying to show people, look, talent's everywhere, man. And I want almost like we were trying to work like as a beacon to attract others. Because I think a lot of us are introverted individuals. So a lot of people that are really doing stuff when you're working hard, you're myopic. And if you've been in it longer than I have, granted, you probably will sit there and say, brother, look, we've tried this 50 times. It's just not really about it. But we're trying to come through with a different kind of energy, like attack it the same way as we would attack anything else. And then once we've done that, then we can relax a bit because the scope is bigger than that for us. We're hoping to go back to Nigeria. I'm hoping to go back to Nigeria. My boys hoping to go back to Zim because like that's like my final thing, to be able to give the skills that I've learned to the next gen over there. I think a lot of talent leaves our continent but hardly ever comes back. So to be like a mediator between both worlds, the West and then us there, is the biggest dream of mine. And I know it's kind of big, but we're starting to piece it together now, and it's beautiful because it's like that's probably like a 10-year plan, but it gives us something to aspire to, and there are achievable benchmarks as well in there. And I think we need more people to have these crazy ideas. If I keep it 100 of you, not a lot of us, we just need a handful of people to do it. I think it'll just be beautiful to see, man. I think it'll be beautiful to see for real.
Yeah, no, that's amazing, and like I echo that ambition to go back home and bring something different to the table, because even the amount of artists that I'm talking to in Nigeria, and I'm just like, if only you had this, if only you had that.
That's exactly it. If you had this design tool or this material, or you just knew access to this, that's all they need, because down there, bro, you're seeing people engineer like water systems out of wood and stuff, and I'm like, if you just had the correct materials, they know what they know, man.
We've got, listen, I believe you equip them well, they're just gonna fly. Do you know what I mean?
That's it.
Hopefully it's, it's with what we give back to them that helps them elevate to that level. Do you know?
And it really, so like for me, it was kind of crazy. So I brought on 2 assistants in December.
See, that's how I know it's good for you, man. I said 2 assistants, you said 2,
Yeah, that was because I'm 24, so that was like anyone. I think a lot of people who own their own businesses or whatever. Like I left my job because I wanted full autonomy.
Yeah.
So and then I can self-scrutinize really easily about, like, I don't get upset about stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty cutthroat with that. But then I brought in 2 younger girls in the new environment. I'm training them and giving them the freedom to do X, Y, Z. So in my head, I'll just make an assumption of how I think things are going to pan out, and I try to build contingencies against that. So I'm like, oh, like, brother, I'm not going to lie, because if you make an error customizing, it cost me 100 quid per shoe. So it was like, it was very costly last month, December time. But it was also really rewarding. Like, so 2 of them, they have like schools. So like I'll teach them all the principles that there are to customization. Like I make it into processes, so then it means that you can easily disseminate it with like different criteria. Now they paint at home. Their parents will like hit me up or follow me and stuff like that. And I'm like, what? I don't care. It's never about the money or anything. I'm like, wow, you really feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like bro, I almost like tearing up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was crazy. So to be able to do that, it means a lot to them, but it's not too much for you to do. You know what I'm saying? So I think more people, and I'm not saying people don't do that, I'm just saying you should try it out, because it is really, really rewarding. Like, it's scary, I ain't gonna lie, but it's beautiful, man.
Because it's just like, imagine you're just talking to youngsters and just giving them advice. It's like, go try this, go try that, go try that. And it's like, and it works for them. You're like it's exciting. And
when they like hit you, like with ASAP, I do a lot of FaceTime. So there's like a kid in South Africa that we work with. He's 15 and he hit me up. He was talking about wanting to do design, so I'll call him on an evening and stuff. And then now people hit me up like, yo, I just opened a shop. Or the girls will be like, I've just done this. And we've got, I don't know about you, but the older you get, I have this view of youngsters. You know what I'm saying? When I say youngster, I mean like 16, 21-ish. I'm like, I feel the generation gap, but we're not a different generation, if that makes sense. So I have like these just views of how they might behave.
Yeah.
So to have some of them that go against the status quo, and like my assistants, to some degree, they don't stop messaging me with ideas and stuff. And it's beautiful to have cultivated that within people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's wild. It's the maturity thing, the different stages is really rewarding to see as it just keeps doing its thing.
That's sick, you know, and that leads like to the questions of questions. What advice would you like give an up-and-coming artist or designer, you know, coming up in 2021 with all this madness? I mean, it was easy to give people advice without the pandemic, but with all this, like, what would be your advice?
That's a really good question. Let me see if I can like probably just give like 3 tips potentially.
Yeah, go for it, man.
I guess the first one for me, and this is one that I always try and hammer on, is you have to have fun with it. Like, and I don't mean have fun like just blinded excitement all the time. There's a level of discipline behind it. Yeah. So have fun with whatever craft that you're doing. And if it isn't fun anymore, go back to how you started and go back to that exploratory stage. I think a lot of the times, a lot of my most popular designs or like the things that got the most tractions were things that I just did in my spare time. And I didn't have any pressures of anything on there. I was just being creative. So that's the first advice that I'd give. I think the second advice that is what is carrying me through at this stage now is discipline. In a similar way to how like within love, when you get married, that honeymoon stage fizzles out. I think in the creative field as well, the excitement for every single, like I remember when I first painted, just putting paint on paper is an achievement and you feel a type of way about it. And then over time that starts to diminish. And I think people relate that to motivation and they're like, oh, I'm struggling to be motivated to do art. And I'm like, bro, I wake up every day and I say to myself, like I've got on this call right now, I have a shoe behind the camera that I'm literally doing right now. So, and it doesn't have to be a lot of work. Like you don't have to do a whole canvas or whatever, but practice. And I know that sounds stupid, but it's really important to discipline yourself. And that's one thing that I don't say it to the people because nobody wants to just be giving people advice, especially someone that's only been doing it for so short. But at the end of the day, I'm a consultant. So my job is just to see things a little bit more top level. But yeah, I think what differentiated a lot of the designers that are doing things quicker or bigger now is that if you actually look at them, they don't stop. And the final one is, in this day and age, in 2021, is to leverage your creative skill against your technical skill set. It's all well and good to be somebody that can paint or something. But if you're somebody that can paint and then can make very, very captivating visual mock-ups on Photoshop, and then you can take it one step ahead and you can create your own pseudo publication using InDesign now, who do you think, in terms of a value-based proposition, who do you think is less likely to be impacted by like changes within the market or people's demand? Because it's like, you might not like me for one thing, but I'm like, oh, I can do this as well. And I can do them well. So take your time to keep on practicing. And you can, they're not mutually exclusive. So like one big thing that I do now is I make a lot of edits on Instagram, just willy-nilly, because I'll come up with an idea and I'm exploring my Photoshop skills by trying to create as close to the picture in my head as possible. And now I get commissions for it. So yeah, leverage both of those skill sets. That's really important where we are right now, I think. But yeah, those are my 3 tips.
No, that's solid, man. That's powerful as well, man. Like, bro, listen, I appreciate this whole entire conversation, man. And I feel like we may need to talk further at some point. When
I'm always here.
But yeah, I definitely will collab on something. Do you know what I mean? Where can everybody find you, socials wise? Where can they purchase some customizations and stuff like that?
Yeah, so social wise, you can find me on Instagram, bvl.designs. We also have a Facebook page, so we're working on that now. And I have my own website with like, I share a lot of cool stuff via the blog on there. So that's just bvl-designs.com. All things BVL, that's where you can find me, baby.
That's solid, man. Bro, appreciate it heavily, man.
thank you very much for having me. But that was a lot of fun, you know.
No,
We could have kept going.
Listen, I was like, we could go for another hour because I did a 2-hour one not too long ago, but I'm like, let me keep this one an hour. I know we've got more to say. I want to keep another one when we get into a studio and have like.
Yeah, definitely, man.
But yeah, man, appreciate that, man.
All right, man. No worries. No worries.
All right, easy. Bless.